Hey everyone, welcome back to Garnock Reviews, and today we're checking out a 2007 Norseman 480 Flybridge motor yacht. This yacht's currently for sale in Jacksonville, Florida, and is available through Laura at Seattle Yachts, and at the time of shooting this video had an asking price of $549,999. This yacht's more of a custom yacht than your traditional production run. And as such, as you walk your way around, you can see there's different features that's been upgraded over the years. It makes the yacht stand out in the marina. As we walk around the deck, you can see there's plenty of space for walking. There's nothing to trip on or anything like that. And we've also got the solid handrails all throughout. You've got the chrome finish around the windows. And the woodwork you can see, this was professionally revarnished a couple of years ago and is actually kept under cover whenever the boat's not in use. And at the bow you see we've got a heavy gauge fiberglass moulded bow pulpit. This has got a stainless steel anchor roller with a Maxwell 3500 capstan windlass, and this can be controlled from both the upper and lower helm as well as at the windlass itself. And as we make our way towards the stern, again you can just get a sense of how easy it is to transverse this boat, both in the marina and underway, with the solid grab rails on either side and a clear deck passage. And this yacht's got a very spacious aft cockpit. And one of the features which you don't normally see in a boat of this size is the fact that you've got access to the transom on both port and starboard. I also like the configuration in the bathing platform. You got pop-up cleats to tie up the tender, but also you can still walk around the bathing platform even with the davit system in place. Storage is certainly a focal point for this boat. And in the aft cockpit, there's a large hatch that leads down to the lazarette for additional storage. Down here you could easily store engine spares, perhaps oil, different lubrications, things like that. You could also store folding bikes, fishing equipment, diving equipment. And you also have access to all the steering gear that you can keep an eye on for maintenance and any repairs if need be. And from the lazarette you can actually gain access to the engine room. And as you make your way in, you can see we've got the Onan 13.5 kilowatt generator. This has got somewhere around 1300 hours. As to the main engines, these are twin Cummins 550 horse diesel engines, and they've got SmartCraft electronic vessel performance diagnostics on them. These are coupled to twin disc transmissions. And for a trawler yacht, she's got a bit of a split personality, as much as she'll cruise all day 8, 10, 12 knots, something like that. At full throttle though, she'll actually break the 20 knot mark. The engines have got Raccor Max Duplex primary fuel filters on each engine with a fail-safe fuel supply, and you can also have the reversal oil change pump that's plumbed into the main engines, the transmission and the generator. And there's a total of 200 gallons of fresh water, there's 675 gallons of fuel and 65 gallon holding tanks. The engines and generator was serviced on the 4th of August, just prior to the boat being put on the market. Now as we make our way back out the engine room and through the lazarette, as we head up next to the Flybridge, I really like the steps up to the Flybridge. It doesn't feel like you're climbing a ladder. There are solid handholds, and there's also courtesy lights if you were doing this at night. The Flybridge has got a massive oversized bimini top, and this was new in 2020. And all the storage covers for the Flybridge were replaced at the same time. Since the tender's stored on the davit on the bathing platform, there's plenty of deck space up in the Flybridge. You can put a table up here for entertaining family and friends. To the starboard side you've got a wet bar with a fridge. You got the co-pilot high chair with the cushions. And then you got a full bank of electronics to allow you to cruise from the Flybridge for long periods of time. Here you see you've got your upgraded throttle controls, you've got your bow and stern thruster, SmartCraft engine control head, you've got the Raymarine E120 multifunction display with radar, GPS, chart plotter, depth finder and fish finder, Ritchie compass, you've got VHF radio with DSC, you've got autopilot, and of course you've got that stunning 360 degree visibility. And we've got a large L-shaped settee with custom cushions that would probably seat somewhere around 6 adults. And there's additional storage underneath these seats as well, which is ideal for canopy covers, if you wanted to put a bimini top down, covers for the electronics and things along those lines. As we make our way back down the steps, that back to the off-cut pit and make our way into the yacht. The quality of finish immediately hits you as soon as you step inside. This is very much an open plan saloon, galley and helm, and you're looking at the expansive use of teak and burlwood joinery, giving us a very warm feeling to the interior. I love the overhead decor that's also got grab rails built into it, giving it to function, especially if you're taking this offshore. The saloon would probably seat 6 adults, with the L-shaped settee to port and a bench settee to starboard. I like that there's a control panel as soon as you come in the yacht, so it's easy to turn on the lights and things like that. You also have immediate control to the generator and the AC. And notice there's a large hatch on the floor to the saloon. This is right over the engine room, so if you ever needed to do any major engine repairs, upgrades, rebuilds, things along those lines, you've got plenty of access, and this will save you both time and money. In front of the saloon is a large TV, and underneath this is a drinks cabinet and DVD system. On the port side we've got the galley, and this has got the refrigerator system that was replaced in 2020. It's got a large microwave, a convection oven and exhaust vent, and you've got a 4-burner electric galley range. And we've got the double sink, and you've got the granite countertop as well. In terms of storage for the galley, we've got overhead compartment as well as storage below the sink, and there's also drawers here as well. And I like that with all the storage compartments throughout this yacht. I like the way that they've got the push button lock in place, so you don't have to worry about any of the drawers or cabinets opening while the boat's underway, and especially if you're in inclement weather. The lower helm is centrally located with great panoramic views. And here you see we've got the depth gauge, we've got the autopilot, the Marine E120 multifunction display with the radar and chart plotter. You've got all your engine controls, including the bow and stern thruster, and you can control things like the spotlight and also the windlass, all from the lower helm. I really like the wheel itself at the lower helm. This is a nice finishing touch. The helm seat itself is very comfortable and is capable of holding 2 people, which would be ideal for husband and wife cruising. And you see that we have got deck access from the helm through the pantograph watertight door on the starboard side. This is something you'd expect on a much larger upscale yacht than you would from a boat of this size. And again, with storage being key, there's also storage space stored underneath the helm seat, and this could be a good place to store essential paperwork that you might need to have at a moment's notice. As we make our way forward down the steps to the accommodation, you can see we've got the solid grab handle on the starboard side, and of course the high gloss wooden finish. At the bottom of the steps we've got a storage compartment here, which is currently being used for all the navigation charts. And you can see just how spacious this is and keeps everything readily available. To port we have the master stateroom, and this has got a large island queen bed, and it is framed with a padded headboard, and it's got dual teak and burlwood credenzas. I love the headroom in this cabin. It's probably somewhere in the region of 7 foot, and the mattress has recently been replaced on this cabin as well. This yacht was designed for extended cruising and for liveaboard use, and as such you'll find things like hanging locker spaces as well as additional drawers and cabinets, so you get plenty of room to keep all your clothes and personal belongings. You also have access to controls in here for like the air conditioning and all your entertainment systems as well. And being a master stateroom, this cabin is of course en suite, and as you make your way into the heads compartment, you'll see we've got the Korean floor and countertop. You get additional locker space in here as well for your toiletries and linens. You've got a Jabsco quiet flush freshwater electric marine head, and you've got a very large shower compartment with an overhead hatch for light and ventilation as well. And even simple things like the faucet, it feels like it's been upgraded to an elevated level for additional finishing touches. And then as we make our way back out and move forward to the VIP guest stateroom, this stateroom actually has a sliding solid door for privacy, and this can lock in both the open and closed position. And again, there's plenty of headroom in this cabin. There's plenty of headroom throughout the entire yacht, and I'm approximately 6'2", and at no point did I feel claustrophobic. This cabin's also got a large island berth. You can see there's plenty of locker spaces on both sides. And we've got a combination of natural light and artificial light. And you can close these hatches so that you've got complete shade, but you've also got the mesh screen. You can have it open and have the bug guard in place. And there is actually, in one of these cabinets, we've got the mesh screen for all the portholes throughout the yacht. And this stateroom does have a vanity with a wash hand basin, and opposite is the ensuite heads, and this can serve as both a day head or a wet head, which would be ideal for washing pets or perhaps filters or something like that. And finally, before leaving this cabin, it's got large hanging locker space right at the door. And as we make our way towards the main saloon, under the steps here, we actually have a refrigerated 32 bottle wine cooler. And this is definitely not something I was expecting to find in a yacht of this size. And I'd like to thank everybody's time for watching this video. I'd like to thank Laura and Todd for welcoming me on board. And if you'd like to arrange a viewing, please reach out to Laura directly. And I look forward to catching you on the next one. Thanks everyone.